Shri Vasudeva Vimalamrutadhama Vasam Narayanam Narakataranam Namadheyam Shyamam Sitam Dvibhujameva Chaturbhujam Cha Tvam Bhakti Dharma Tanayam Sharanam Prapatye Sahajananda Swami Maharaj Ki Jai Kanashyam Maharaj Ki Jai Swaminarayan Bhagavan Ki Jai. Jai Swaminarayan to all Gurukul alumni, all the devotees present in today's Thursday Satsang. Jai Swaminarayan to everyone. Today we have one special topic because one of our Gurukul alumni has requested that Swamiji please explain something about demon Kali. Who is this demon Kali? And today's our topic is who can remain unaffected by demon Kali? Can you tell me in which yug we are living in? In which yug are we living in? Can you write in the chat box quickly? In which yug are we living in? Is it Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug or Kaliyug? Kaliyug, absolutely right. We all are living in which yug? We are living in Kaliyug. But in Kaliyug something happened that in Kaliyug also we can live in Satyug. And what is that? Anyways, today we are going to explore many new things. Today's our topic is who can remain unaffected by demon Kali. Demon Kali is none other than Kaliyug. Kaliyug is like a demon. And how it is demon and how Kaliyug is spreading his Kaliyug effect, how Kaliyug is gripping all the human beings, today we are going to explore. Before that, let us have one origin story of Kaliyug. My dear devotees, my dear Gurukul alumni, at the time of Mahabharat, when Mahabharat battle was completed and all the Kauravas, their armies, even Pandava armies, those all people are dead and their chapter is closed. Even Pandavas assign their successor Parikshit as a king of Hastinapur and they also left for Himalaya. Now in Hastinapur, the new king, young king is son of Abhimanyu, grandson of Abhimanyu, King Parikshit. Once upon a time, Parikshit, on his royal chariot, he was on the visit to his kingdom and he wanted to see that whether my people are happy in my kingdom or not, whether justice is there or not. To check the happiness and justice of their people, King Parikshit on his royal chariot, he is traveling through his kingdom. Meanwhile, all of a sudden, he heard one very bad sound. Somebody was beating ruthlessly. Immediately, King Parikshit has stopped his chariot and he thought that, who is this? And where this sound is coming from? King Parikshit has stopped his chariot and he looked around and he moved towards the direction of the sound. There was somebody who was beating one animal very badly, ruthlessly. As King Parikshit came near to that, there was a black person. That black person was beating one cow, one innocent cow. King Parikshit got surprised. Oh my God, in my kingdom, such a cruel person who is beating such an innocent cow. Immediately he got his bow and arrow on his hand and he was just about to shoot. Meanwhile, that black person observed that, oh my God, king is here and he can kill me. That black person was none other than Kaliyug. That black man immediately rushed toward the king Parikshit and he surrendered himself in front of King Parikshit. And he said that, oh king, your majesty, I surrendered to you. Please protect me. I am in your refuge. King Parikshit was about to shoot the arrow, but he stopped. Because king has there some rules, and we can say king, they have their generosity. People who come to their refuge, they will give protection. And because of that, King Parikshit left his bow and arrow. And King Parikshit asked that, who are you? He said, O king, I am Kaliyug. Kaliyug. Okay, but in my kingdom, Kaliyug is not allowed. I cannot allow you in my kingdom. Kaliyug said that I can understand your majesty. King, I can understand that in your kingdom I am not supposed to enter. But it is the wish of God. Satyug, Tretayug, Dwapar finished. Now it's time for me. It's time for Kaliyug. King Parikshit said that until I am alive, I cannot allow you in my kingdom. So Kali has requested to what Kali has requested? That, O king, of course, you won't allow me. But so King Parikshit, when Kaliyug surrendered to King Parikshit said that until and unless I am alive, I will not allow you in my kingdom. You cannot enter in my kingdom. You cannot spread your terror in my kingdom. So Kali has come with some request. He said that, O king, then please do something. You allow me 3 to 4 places where I can stay in your kingdom. So King Parikshit has given 5 places to Kali. And actually these 5 places are 5 traps of Kali. What are those 5 places that King Parikshit has allowed him to stay? Number 1, gambling. The first place King Parikshit allowed Kaliyug to stay in is gambling. In the gambling, there is a residence of Kaliyug. What is gambling in modern aspect? Gambling is attachment to luck, chance and speculation by ignoring efforts. Like when we are dependent on luck, when we are betting, when we are seeking for the chance without doing anything, without putting any efforts, then it is called gambling. Whatever that activity you do, where you are just simply dependent on luck, chance or speculation, sattabaji, it means you are doing gambling. Nowadays, these casinos, online betting, fantasy games, etc. These all are, we call as gambling of this 21st century. And when there is gambling, it will open the gate for the Kaliyug. Kaliyug will enter in your brain, in your mind, and it will spread its vices and it will change your mind. And what Kaliyug will do, we will know in further slides. Okay, second place where Kaliyug live in is alcohol. Alcohol just doesn't mean wine, whiskey. It means consumption of any intoxicants. It can be alcohol, drugs, smoking, tobacco. It can be anything that clouds your mind, that clouds your judgment, your decisions. That is alcohol. Any intoxication, any nasha, that is alcohol. And that is the second place where King Parikshit allowed Kaliyug to stay in. Now, third place to stay Kaliyug in is adultery. forbidden sexual acts. It can be extramarital or premarital sensual affairs, pornography, or casual such kind of relationships, etc. Adultery, when someone is in such kind of forbidden relationships, forbidden acts, then Kaliyug will enter and Kaliyug will spread its vices, its terror in the families, in the life. Well, now the fourth place that King Parikshit allowed Kaliyug to live in is slaughter. Killing animals or meat eating for the pleasure or for profit, meat production, animal cruelty, violent crimes, these all are things, violence, slaughter. That is the place where Kaliyug live. When somebody is engaged in such kind of violent activities, Kaliyug will spread its influence, effect in their life. Now, what happened is after giving this four place, King Parikshit said that these are the four places you can live in. Apart from this, you should not touch anything anywhere. This Kaliyug said that, oh God, I agree. And I am thankful to you that you have given me these four places to stay in. But these all four places are so vast, right? You said that you live in gambling is also worst. You live in alcohol, it is also worst. In adultery, it's a worst place. Even slaughter, it's a worst place. You all four places given, which are very bad places. You give me something which is good. Allow me to stay in some good places as well. So, King Parikshit said that, yes, there is one thing that I can allow you, and that is gold. And King Parikshit allowed Kaliyug to stay in gold. What does it mean? In the modern aspect, gold means greed for gold, greed for hoarding wealth, greed for materialistic possessions. This is the present attachment towards the gold. So King Parikshit has allowed Kaliyug to stay in these five things. Right? Now question is, what if we are indulged in gambling, alcohol, adultery, slaughter, or gold? What if? What will happen? How Kaliyug will spread its impact on our lives? So in our scripture, it is said that the family of Kaliyug. Kaliyug has 3 children. You want to know that? These 3 children will enter in your life, in your family, in your house, in your community, if somebody is indulged in these 5 things: gambling, alcohol, adultery, slaughter, and gold. And wherever these 5 things, 5 activities are happening, you will see these 3 children of Kaliyug. They are playing their roles. They are dancing there. So are you curious to know what are those 3 children of Kaliyug? If yes, please wave your hands. Right. Those 3 children of Kaliyug is this. Number 1, quarrel. Quarrel means unnecessary fights, arguments, conflicts driven by ego, envy, misunderstanding, not by dharma or higher truth, but just for ego and misunderstanding. This is the first child of a Kaliyug, quarrel. When somebody is indulged in this, gambling, you will find that people are quarreling, alcohol, they are fighting or they are beating, and many such kind of activities are happening in the family, in the community, in the nation. Second one is corruption. Corruption means what? Twisting truth for selfish gain. Lying, cheating, bribery, manipulation, or injustice to achieve personal benefits. This is the second child, and nowadays, because of this child, whatever people they are contributing or they are giving tax to the government, nation, because of correction, sorry, not correction, because of corruption, their contribution is not reflecting in the growth. Why? Because of corruption. And why corruption? Because of these 5 places, 5 activities: gambling, alcohol, adultery, slaughter, gold. Because of these 5 things, these three are the results, outcome. These are the children of Kaliyug. Now, third one is wickedness. What is this wickedness? Acting against righteousness knowingly. Knowingly, if one is breaking the moral codes, glorifying sinful acts. Nowadays, people are publishing or spreading the nude contents, bad contents, vulgar visuals, and knowingly they are glorifying. They are thinking that this is also a market of such kind of vulgar videos. This is called wickedness, adharma, glorifying sinful acts, breaking moral codes, harming others. So these are the 3 children of Kaliyug, and these 3 children will come only when one person is indulged in these 5 activities: gambling, alcohol, adultery, slaughter, gold. Once again, I will repeat, what does it mean by gambling, right? And you have to check yourself. Are you doing any kind of gambling in your life? Are you doing any kind of online betting or fantasy? Or I think gambling also relates a kind of what we can say this astrology. Yes, when we are depending upon just luck or fortune without putting our efforts, without putting our hard work, it is also kind of gambling, right? So stay away from the traps of demon Kali. The first one is gambling. Second one is alcohol, any intoxication, any kind of nasha, right? Third one is adultery, extramarital, premarital sensual affairs. Fourth one is slaughter, killing animals or eating meat. And fifth one is gold, greed for the gold, greed for the wealth, possessions. These are the 5 places where Kaliyug live in. And if we are indulged in these 5 things, then children of Kaliyug will dance in your life. Quarrel will happen, corruption will happen, wickedness will start. All this will happen. Now the question is, who can remain unaffected from this effect of Kaliyug, children of Kaliyug? So our question is this: who can remain unaffected by Kaliyug, by demon Kali? My dear devotees, my dear Gurukul alumni, for this Bhagavan Swaminarayan has done one charitra. I would like to share that charitra with all of you. When Bhagavan Swaminarayan as a Nilkantvarni was traveling for pilgrimage in Himalayas, Bhagavan Swaminarayan once upon a time was sitting around Badrinath in Himalaya, and somebody came to Bhagavan Swaminarayan. This charitra is very interesting. When Purna Purushottam Narayan Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan appeared on this earth, not only demigods from the heaven and other divine abodes came for the darshan of Bhagavan Swaminarayan, but these 4 personalities, they came for the darshan of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, for the darshan of Nilkantvarni. Who they were? When Maharaj was sitting, at that moment, somebody appeared in front of Nilkantvarni and he said, "O God, in my time, saints lived in forest, performed penance, and truth ruled everywhere. But now, no one follows that life anymore. My glory has vanished. Who was this person? This person was none other than Satyug. Satyug came in the personified form to Nilkantvarni, said that, oh God, now you have come on this earth. You give me some place for me in Kaliyug. Now, what Maharaj has replied? Maharaj said, you should not worry, Satyug. Do not worry, Satyug. I will create saints who will again live in forest, renounce comfort, and perform penance. Through them, your spirit will live forever. And really, Bhagavan Swaminarayan has created such kind of saints. Anyways, nowadays saints are not living in forest, but wherever they are living such a simple and detached life. And you all have witnessed such simplicity. So that is forest life only, right? And apart from this, what Maharaj said, that your spirit will live forever. The spirit of Satyug has again relived in Kaliyug. And by this, our Krishnanand Swami has composed one kirtan, Kali mein sacho Satyug aayo. And that kirtan says that how Bhagavan Swaminarayan has created Satyug in Kaliyug. So Maharaj said that, yes, don't worry. Again, your spirit of Satyug will live forever in this Kaliyug also. Happily, Satyug took blessings of Nilkantvarni and he disappeared. After that, somebody else came. He was none other than Treta Yuga. He said that, oh God, in my time, yagnas, sacrifices to God, were performed everywhere. But now, no one remembers them. My glory has faded. Nilkantvarni said, you should not worry at all. What Nilkantvarni promised to him? Nilkantvarni said that you should not worry, I will arrange a grand yagnas once again. The sacred fire will burn and people will remember the spirit of sacrifice. And my dear devotees, Bhagavan Swaminarayan has had initiated non-violent yagnas. And Bhagavan Swaminarayan has fulfilled the promise that was given to Treta Yuga. And again, the Treta Yuga activities were again emerged in Kaliyug. Satyug activities also once again emerged in Kaliyug. Treta Yuga activities also once again relived in Kaliyug. And now, who comes third? Dwapar Yuga comes and said that, oh God, in my time, devotion was alive. People worship deities with faith and love. But now, devotion has dried up. No one worships with true devotion. By listening this frustration of Dwapar Yuga, again, Nilkantvarni said, do not despair. I will build majestic temples and install the divine images of God. People will once again gather, sing, pray, and worship with love and devotion. And truly, my dear devotees, Bhagavan Swaminarayan himself has constructed 6 temples in Gadpur, in Vadtal, Ahmedabad, Junagadh, Dholera, and Bhuj. 6 temples were constructed at the time of Bhagavan Swaminarayan himself, and in those 6 temples, all divine murtis of God. And in Vadtal, Bhagavan Swaminarayan has established his own divine murti, his own idol in Vadtal as Hari Krishna Maharaj. So, Bhagavan Swaminarayan has fulfilled the promise that was given to Dwapar Yuga. In Kaliyug, Bhagavan Swaminarayan has spread the effect of Dwapar Yuga. Now at last comes.
Recording stopped.
Now at last comes Kaliyug. O Maharaj, O God, you have come to destroy me. By your divine presence, my children, quarrel, corruption, and wickedness will die. How can I survive in my own era, in my yug? It was a biggest frustration from Kaliyug. Kaliyug is crying, oh God, now you, Supreme God, Purushottam Narayan has come from Akshardham. Now there is no place for me in this world. Now Satyug, he will start. Tretayug, Dwapar they all are enjoying and they all will spread their influence in my era. What will I do? How will I survive? At the end of Dwapar when I requested King Parikshit, he has given me 5 places. Now you have come. Now I don't have anything to ask. How will I survive? Bhagavan Swaminarayan smiled, Nilkanthwani smiled and said that Kaliyug, you should not worry at all. I will establish Ekantik Dharma on this earth. To guide people, I will write a scripture called Sikshapatri. Whoever lives by its teachings, you cannot touch them. But whoever ignores it, you may live with them and their family. Nilkanthwani has given this promise to Kaliyug that Kaliyug, you should not worry, you should not cry that how will you survive. Because I am going to write one scripture, Sikshapatri. People who will follow this Sikshapatri, you cannot touch them. You should not touch. It's my order. But people who ignores Sikshapatri, who doesn't follow Sikshapatri, for them, you can enter in them and you can survive in those people who are not following Sikshapatri. So our question was then, who can remain unaffected by Kaliyug? Here is the answer given by Nilkanthwani, that I have written Sikshapatri. People who follow Sikshapatri can remain unaffected by the influence of Kaliyug. And this Sikshapatri is such a powerful scripture. One who is following this Sikshapatri, no demon, not only Kaliyug, any demon cannot do anything to a person who is following Sikshapatri. And we are very fortunate that we have Sikshapatri with us in this Kaliyug. We are really very fortunate that we got Sikshapatri. And this year we are celebrating bicentenary of Sikshapatri, 200 years of Sikshapatri. And on this occasion, many devotees, many alumni, many students, many parents, they are reading Sikshapatri, they are exploring Sikshapatri, they are churning the essence of Sikshapatri. And still, if you are not aware about this, then don't miss this opportunity. Get Sikshapatri online and you can read Sikshapatri, you can understand. And nowadays on Thursday Satsang also, we are picking such topics which are most relevant to the Sikshapatri. So Sikshapatri is such a easiest scripture. The beauty of Sikshapatri is it is very easy. If you are a child, if you are able to read, if you read, you will understand what it is. If you are a student, you can understand Sikshapatri. If you are adult, you can understand Sikshapatri. If you are old, you can understand Sikshapatri. There is no philosophy in this Sikshapatri. That's why it is easily understandable for everyone. Scripture which has some philosophy, then it is little difficult to understand. Like Vachnamrutam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. There is some philosophy. It's a conversation. Still, Vachnamrut is easy because it is in our language, right? It is not in Sanskrit language. So we can understand Vachnamrutam easily, but Sanskrit scriptures, so it is difficult to understand what it says. They are having the great lessons, but for general people, ordinary people, it is difficult. But Sikshapatri is written in Sanskrit, but it is translated in many languages. And it is so easy, just codes of conducts, do's and don'ts. Simple. If you want to achieve Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, then simply just you have to read Sikshapatri and you will understand what you should do and what you should not. So that is the beauty of Sikshapatri. And we are very fortunate that we got Sikshapatri in our life. In this world, more than 8 billion people live. But tell me, how many people have access with Sikshapatri? How many? Very less. And people who are having excess of Sikshapatra, they are really fortunate, because they are going to achieve four endeavors, four purusharthas of the human life: dharma, artha, kam, and at last, moksha. So, my dear Gurukul alumni, my dear Gurukul devotees, let us remember the words of Nilkant Varni, that people who will live by its teachings, Kaliyug cannot touch. And people who ignore the commands of Sikshapatri, Kaliyug will enter into them, and Kaliyug's children will have a nice dance in their life, in their family, in their community, society. So let us be free from the children of Kaliyug, and to get free from them, we should